In this world, there is a single virgin loser called Kang Jin Hyuk. He works for a big streaming company, does mukbang streams, and is considering quitting the industry. In his spare time, he plays a virtual reality game called Tower of Trails. This game, as the MC said, is just pure hell with insane difficulty and almost unbeatable bosses. After 11 years, he finally beats the last floor and a weird system notification pops out. Kang Jin Hyuk opens the message and is surprised. It says that there will be a game reboot update. Kang Jin Hyuk is confused because he thinks the game is already dead and there is no point in making an update. After that, he turns off his headset, thinking that he will never play this game again, and starts to think about his future. At night, we can see him streaming another mukbang. Kang Jin Hyuk finishes the stream, and after he drank too much alcohol, he goes to bed. The next day, he wakes up with a headache while thinking of uploading a video of defeating the Tower of Trails, when suddenly there is a live stream of something weird. He checks it out, and all of a sudden, the game Tower of Trails becomes a reality. Kang Jin Hyuk is in shock and carefully watches what is going on. Suddenly, a window shows in front of Kang Jin Hyuk. It says that the reboot version is complete and that the people need to clear the first floor within 90 days. If they fail, humanity will perish. It doesn't take long before Kang Jin Hyuk prepares for the outside events. Right now, his biggest weapon is his knowledge about the game. He rushes through his apartment house hallway and then through the stairs. His heart is beating intensively, and I don't blame him. I would be excited too, to be honest. Afterward, we see the central city full of people. They are trying to get away from the country, but information spreads that the infamous tower appeared in many other countries. While everyone is confused, Kang Jin Hyuk takes advantage and runs as fast as possible. He gets to the entrance to the underground mall, which leads to the first event of this game. Of course, Kang Jin Hyuk knows everything about it, but he still worries about the possibility of dying. While he goes down the stairs, he is deep in thoughts. Once he enters the underground mall, a notification appears and says that he entered an event zone. He closely observes other people and realizes that these people must have played at least the first stage of the game. Kang Jin Hyuk then starts to walk when in an instant he hears someone. He asks if our MC is Kang Jin Hyuk. The person is Lee Jong-soo, Kang Jin Hyuk's employer. He then says that he is not surprised that Kang Jin Hyuk came, considering he played this game for years. "Isn't it time for one of your scheduled streams?" asks Kang Jin Hyuk, and Lee Jong-soo tells him that this is much more important than some rubbish stream. After that, he immediately tries to get some information from Kang Jin Hyuk. He asks, "Which floor did you beat in this game? Come on, tell me as a former co-worker." Kang Jin Hyuk senses some bullshit. In reality, this man was cruel to his employees and brutally underpaid their work. No one could complain because of the powerful lawyers, so everyone was like a slave to him. Then Lee Jong-soo still tries to get some information and get Kang Jin Hyuk on his side. Kang Jin Hyuk knows he has the upper hand and beats the living shit out of him, because now the situation in the world changed. Kang Jin Hyuk feels great after giving this motherfucker some reality check. As he processed what happened, something was starting to boil inside the fountain. In a matter of seconds, a burst of water came out of it and a tree appeared. Some people recognize it because they played the beginning of the game. It's Mangrove. Kang Jin Hyuk now erases all his doubts. The game Tower of Trails became a reality. Then a screen appears and it says that the Mangrove of Greed has appeared. Immediately, people start to notice that this tree has fruits. Every beginner tries to grab them because they give additional stats, such as resistance, strength, or agility. But there are only 4 of them. Players are fighting to death just to gain these fruits, but Kang Jin Hyuk just stares at them with a smile because he knows exactly what to do. And picking those fruits now is a foolish decision. As the players were climbing the 3, one eventually succeeded in grabbing one fruit. He ate it, and it gave him a little agility boost. But suddenly the tree started to rage and threw everyone off itself. Kang Jin Hyuk was just watching everything with amusement. The tree started to swing its roots around, making itself very dangerous. A few players realized that as soon as they grabbed all 4 fruits, the tree started to attack. Everyone started to panic because most of these losers died at this level. Kang Jin Hyuk stands still as if nothing happened. Meanwhile, Lee Jong-soo is thinking of running away like a chicken. Kang Jin-hyuk looks at him and asks if he is giving up. Lee Jong-soo answers with an angry tone that he doesn't want to fucking die here. Kang Jin-hyuk continues teasing him, saying, "Really? That's a shame. The real prize can be obtained only once." Lee Jong-soo hesitates for a bit, but eventually, he decides to attack the mangrove tree with Kang Jin-hyuk. He thinks that this is an opportunity to use Kang Jin-hyuk as bait. He asks, what is Kang Jin-hyuk's plan? And Kang Jin-hyuk says that there is no other way to win than to dive into the battle and destroy the core of the mangrove tree. We will go from opposite sides at the same time to confuse the tree. Both agree to the plan, and they start to make their way toward the tree. Kang Jin-hyuk sprints and shouts, "Now!" to signal Lee Jong-soo the beginning of the plan. The mangrove tree prepares its roots to defend itself. Kang Jin-hyuk defends easily because he remembers the attacking pattern like some Elden Ring player. He wonders how Lee Jong-soo is doing, but he only sees him in the distance, smiling, because he thinks he will use Kang Jin-hyuk as an easy bait. Kang Jin-hyuk is happy, thanking God that his former employer didn't change a bit. Kang Jin-hyuk knows that this tree will attack mostly the players that are the most further back. The tree roots attack Lee Jong-soo like it is the start of a hentai video. Anyway, the roots cover his whole body, and when Lee Jong-soo realizes what is happening, the only thing he can do is scream for help. Unfortunately for him, the help will not come. Kang Jin-hyuk answers him, "Why should I help you? If you have any issues, take it to the court with your goddamn lawyers." Only at this point, Lee Jong-soo becomes hopeless, screaming that he doesn't want to die, and in a second, we see a lot of blood splatter from the roots as he is killed. Kang Jin-hyuk says his last sarcastic goodbye while rushing toward the tree. As soon as Lee Jong-soo is killed, Kang Jin-hyuk sees the incoming roots. But for him, it is not a big deal, and he dodges them, as if this was set to easy difficulty. He calculates that to break the wood of this tree, he must dodge the roots at a specific angle to aim them back at the tree, and with no surprise, he does it with no effort. The roots break the outside layer and expose the core of the tree. Kang Jin-hyuk notices that it looks the same as he remembers from the game. After that, he picks up a sharp piece of root from the ground and starts to think about a strategy to defeat this tree. Mangrove. Tree senses a threat and uses skill vampiric vines. The roots attack Kang Jin-hyuk at a tremendous speed, and he dodges them at the last moment. The roots manage to damage Kang Jin-hyuk's face, and the attacks just get stronger and faster. Kang Jin-hyuk remembers the pattern and deflects and dodges all incoming attacks and just thinks about all the times he had to encounter this tree. The tree continues to attack Kang Jin-hyuk with brutal force, but Kang Jin-hyuk is getting closer and closer to the tree. But suddenly, out of nowhere, a strange light starts to emit from the tree, and in a matter of seconds, thousands of blue butterflies appear heading towards Kang Jin-hyuk. Kang Jin-hyuk notices them and immediately covers his mouth. These butterflies are sleep butterflies. Fortunately, they are easy to deal with. After that, Kang Jin-hyuk gets really close to the tree and prepares for a brutal strike. He jumps and stabs right to the core. Then he prepares his hand and delivers a fatal slap on the core. He pushes with extreme strength, surpassing his human limits. Eventually, the core breaks and the tree dies. A system notification pops out saying that Kang Jin-hyuk is the first to defeat the mangrove tree. Kang Jin-hyuk stands before the half-broken tree when another notification pops out. He realizes that he is the first to defeat the tree and will be in the Hall of Fame, so he has to choose a name. Kang Jin-hyuk is annoyed, and he doesn't want to put his real name, so he chooses Unknown as a name. But what is more important is the reward inside the tree. Kang Jin-hyuk reaches for it and grabs a small green marble. This marble allows the user to distribute 12 status points. Kang Jin-hyuk devours the marble, and a green light emits from him. He checks his stats and is impressed. He says that now he is the strongest level 1 player in the world. Another feature of this system is that it uploads videos from fights and as Kang Jin Hyuk is first to defeat the tree, his video gets a ton of reactions. Fortunately, his face is blurred because Kang Jin Hyuk wants to stay hidden from popularity. He checks all the comments on his video, thinks about his past life and how much everything changed in just a day, and his next plan is to head towards the National Museum. But that will be everything, guys. I hope you enjoyed the story. If you get this video to 10 likes, I will upload the next part, and I would really appreciate it if you wrote a comment about whether you didn't like something or what could be done better so that I can improve my videos. Thank you, and see you soon.